Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be like a chatty mental health update. I haven't talked much about my personal mental health on my channel, and some things have happened recently that I feel like it's a really good idea to share my experience with the mental health issues that I have, and maybe it will help somebody out there be more comfortable with their mental health and just not so ashamed, because I feel like it is so easy to feel ashamed and not get the help that you need, and I think that that is a huge problem. So I'm just going to share my mental health journey with you guys here today while I unbox this really cool vanity mirror that I got, which I will talk about in the video. So if you are excited for this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below, do you have mental health issues? Have you been able to reach out and get help? How are you doing mentally right now with all of the quarantine and this pandemic? Just how are you doing? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. So like I said, I'm going to be unboxing this vanity mirror that I got. I think it can also be used as a bathroom mirror. I'm not quite sure what it is. This video is not sponsored, but this mirror actually was sent to me by the company VANITY. I think that's how you say it. You can find this mirror on Amazon. I will try to remember to link it down below. I have seen vanity mirrors like this before, and I think that they are just super awesome, and you'll see whenever I unbox it. But this is not the kind of vanity mirror that has like 1,000 little light bulbs on it, because I have lots of kids that are crazy and throw stuff, so I've never wanted a vanity mirror like that. So you'll see once I unbox this. This is super sleek, super cool. It does have lights. This has actually been under my bed for quite some time now. I just never got around to hanging it up, and I don't know that I'll be able to hang it up by myself because it's pretty heavy, but I am going to try my best, just because I don't like the idea of somebody coming into my house. So I might as well try myself first to see if I can even get it up on my wall. And here is the company name right here. It is VANITY, and actually it is a bathroom mirror, but I think this is going to be the perfect size for a vanity mirror that I can hang above my desk, because right now all I have is like a little, probably like a 6-inch little flip mirror that magnifies on one side and is a regular mirror on the other side. So I'm super excited about this. I've always wanted a vanity mirror, but I've never found one that I like that doesn't have like a whole bunch of light bulbs on it. Now to the purpose of this video. I started struggling with mental health. I've probably struggled for as long as I can remember, really. But when I really realized something wasn't quite right, it's probably whenever I was 13. And you know, that's around the age that, you know, you go into puberty and your body's changing, your hormones are changing. And so I kind of felt like, okay, it's kind of normal, but then again, kind of not. But I struggled really hard with it, and I'm just already prepared for this video to be demonetized, so I am not going to hold back. I was sexually assaulted when I was 13. I feel like that is kind of what pushed me over the edge and sent me spiraling. And I didn't understand it because I had never experienced it to that extent before. I had gotten super depressed and I was super confused about my emotions. I had ended up doing things that scared my mom quite a bit. And from there, I haven't talked about this enough to where I really know how to talk about this, so just bear with me. It scared my mom enough that she reached out to my aunt, because my aunt was there with me through the whole process of the court stuff from being assaulted. So I was pretty close with my aunt, and I still am. She was a really good emotional support for me at the time. So they had decided that it was probably best for me to go to a place to get help. And that was the first time that I had ended up at a place. I was there for 5 days, and they just bring you in. You stay there the whole time. They put you on medications and monitor you, and there is group counseling and independent counseling every day, and I hated it. I didn't like the medications that they put me on, and to this day I've never really found medications that I can be on every day that help me. But long story short, that happened, and then I think it was less than a year went by and I ended up going back to the same place. I've struggled a lot with depression as a younger, you know, preteen into teenage years. Then it went into anxiety. And my anxiety, I don't feel like I had it a lot. I think my main issue was depression whenever I was younger. I would just get so sad, want to stay in my room, just want to cry. Self-harm was a thing. But then as I got older, it's more so anxiety, I would say. And again, I've never found any medication that I can be on, you know, daily to stabilize me. I feel like now as an adult, there was a time as a younger adult, actually most of my teenage into young adulthood, probably from the time I was 14 up until the time that I got pregnant with Daniel, I, you know, smoked a lot of marijuana. And that's the only thing that I can say actually helped me. I don't like taking medication. They either make my head hurt or, you know, it's kind of depressing knowing that I have to take this pill to become normal. And that to me doesn't help my situation, if that makes any sense, which I'm sure if you clicked on this video and if you suffer from mental issues, you might be able to relate to that. But I would say that smoking weed for that long period of time and going through the motions and things happening and stuff, it showed me that made me realize that I can work out these problems and I can get through them. So by the time that, you know, I became pregnant and became a mom, I realized that I really did know how to handle situations and not let them spin me out of control. But I would still say probably at least once a year, sometimes twice a year, sometimes not even once a year, I will still have these episodes where the anxiety gets too much and I just go off on a whirlwind. Sometimes I know what the triggers are, sometimes there's no triggers at all. I just go through these episodes. To me, it's normal. So thankful that I ended up with a husband that understands that this kind of stuff just happened and I will work through it and I can, you know, it's just a phase that I've got to get through, and I always do. He just knows how to handle those situations. He's been there with me through them enough times to understand somewhat. He doesn't really understand, but he understands enough to know what I need in those situations. My anxiety now, when it becomes that way, I would say, again, it's probably once to 3 times a year. Again, sometimes I can go a whole year without having an episode, but they are debilitating. Like, my anxiety for me, it's not just an emotion. Like, I feel it. It makes me physically sick, actually. Most of the time, it gets to the point where before I realize that I need to go get some help, that I will start throwing up, and then throwing up gives me more anxiety, and then it's just a cycle of, you know, I can't calm down. So what happens in those situations, how I handle it, because maybe I don't handle it the right way. Maybe I don't see a counselor. I've never found one that really helps me, because I'm fine until I'm not fine. And again, it can happen every other year or up to 3 times a year. You never really know when it's coming. So it's kind of like, how I handle it is I will be coming up on these anxieties and it'll go until it's so much that it makes me physically ill. And then I call my sister. She's always been my hospital buddy. If I go to the hospital, my sister's coming with me. That's just how it is. My husband's taken me to the hospital before. My mom's taken me to the hospital before. My grandpa's taken me to the hospital before. But more often than not, it's my sister. She is a therapist. She is very calming to me. She is my best friend. It just makes me more comfortable to have my sister with me. So the process is, I get to where I'm throwing up or about to throw up. I call my sister. She starts heading this way. I call my grandma and I talk to my grandma on the phone until my sister gets here. And they know, like, when I say it's time to go, they don't ask questions. It's like they just know the drill at that point, which I'm so thankful for. Really, I am so thankful for my village. And then how it goes at the hospital is I tell them I'm struggling with anxiety. I am about to throw up. Once I throw up, it's, you know, a whole new level of anxiety. Or if I've already thrown up, then I'm already at that super high level of anxiety. And I think typically what they give me at the hospital is they'll start an IV. They'll make sure I'm not pregnant. They'll start an IV get me on some fluids, give me nausea medicine while they wait for my pregnancy test, and then they will administer Advan to my IV. And the combination of the anti-nausea medicine, you know, that makes my stomach feels better, that calms my stomach, and the Advan typically makes me fall asleep for about 30 minutes or so. The first time they gave it to me, I feel like they gave it too much, so now every time I go in, I say, I do not give me that much. I have, you know, lots of kids at home, I need to function tomorrow, don't give me too much, just, you know, just enough to relax me. Once that goes in, then I can calm down, I can relax, and I literally will be laying in this bed and I will feel all of my muscles just let go, because my anxiety, it makes me physically sick. That's the main issue. But as my stomach calms down and I don't feel like I'm going to throw up, then I realize that my back hurts. And even for a few days after having this really bad anxiety, my body is just so sore. I'm not to the point where I can figure out how I can make my whole body relax like that without going and getting the help that I need. So that happened a few days ago. I did end up going back to the hospital, and the last time that had happened was Christmas, actually. And then I can't even remember the last time that happened before then. I think that the last time that happened before then was when Landen was a baby. So I went a long time without having an anxiety attack like that. Just want to show you guys really quick that this is how the mirror comes packaged in bubble wrap with foam around. There was a foam on top of it also real quick, this is my little desk vanity area. I've got this hanging up right here right now, but that is where I want this mirror to be. This is the mirror that I currently use as my vanity mirror, and that is just so tiny, and I have to use a light back there so I can see everything. I'm just so excited. I think it's gonna look perfect right there. Again, I'm realizing that this thing is super heavy. I might need my husband's help getting it out of this box, but I'm gonna try my hardest. So that is my mental health journey, and I felt the need to share it because this time that I went to the hospital, I went to the same hospital network, but I went to a smaller, less busy location. I didn't go to the main one, whereas normally I go to the main hospital. And at the main hospital, they move so quickly that, you know, they don't have time to like sit and talk to you and stuff like that. Whereas at this other place, they were less busy, so they spent more time with me. And I realized how awkward it was for me to have to explain these issues to other people, and it was kind of embarrassing, and I kind of felt like they don't understand and they just think I'm crazy, and that's hard. It is a little embarrassing. I've had people make fun of me for it, so yeah, I can see where it's embarrassing. And I even said that to my sister, and I was like, that's just so awkward and embarrassing, and I feel like they think I'm crazy. So I felt like it was very important to share here on my channel that if you do have those issues, I don't judge. I understand. I don't think that it should be something where it's embarrassing to talk about. If you have those struggles, know that I have those struggles too. You're not alone. I don't judge you. I understand that even if I can't understand, I understand. If I don't go through the specific same issues that you have, I understand that it's hard. And I understand that sometimes it feels lonely, and you don't need to feel lonely. Okay, so we've got some screws here. It actually comes with a little tiny baby level, which is really cool, and some of the mounting things. They packaged this really nice, actually. It's got the little film on the mirror to protect the glass, and it has little bumpers on each of the corners to protect it. This is like the perfect size for a vanity mirror. Now I gotta figure out how to mount it. How am I gonna do that? It even has these little buttons down here. I don't know if you can see. This one is an anti-fog button, and this button right here, it's like a touch button. It's not like an actual button, but that turns on the light, which shines through here. I think that this is like an LED light strip right there. Excuse my appearance today. We've been swimming a lot, so there's no point in like doing my hair or makeup because it's just going to come off for swimming. Now I just have to figure out how I'm going to get this up on the wall. It is very heavy. I don't know that I'll be able to lift it up there by myself. So this is the mirror plugged in. And again, I didn't take the film off of the glass or the bumpers off because it's not hung on the wall yet. So I want to protect it as much as possible. But this button right here will defog. Like, so if it's in your bathroom and it gets all foggy after your shower, you can push this and it will defog. And then this is the power button. And if you hold it down, it dims to that. That's as dim as it gets. It's still on, but it's dim. You can turn it off. You can turn it back on and it's still just the same brightness as you put it on before. And then you can hold it down and it turns it back up. Look at how it illuminates me. Normally whenever I'm sitting here, my face is so dark if I don't use one of my lights. Normally I have to set up my ring light right here, which is what I use to film, to illuminate my face so that I can do my makeup. But this is absolutely perfect. Again, a huge thank you to VANITY for sending this mirror out my way. Like, I am just absolutely obsessed with this mirror. It illuminates so well, and I feel like it doesn't put out such harsh light like the vanity mirrors with all the bulbs. And again, I feel like my kids would be popping bulbs every day if I had a vanity mirror like that. So I'm super glad that they reached out to me and wanted to send this to me. This is the kind of vanity mirror that I have wanted. I just never found one that I was like, yes, that's the one that I want. I'm super, super glad that they sent this to me because I don't think that I would have ever found it. So again, you can find them on Amazon, VANITY. I will link it down below if you guys would like to try it out. I highly recommend. Like, this is such a beautiful vanity mirror. And again, you can put this up in your bathroom. I believe they have a bigger size too if you wanted like a huge bathroom mirror, but this is just the perfect size for a vanity mirror. So I'm super, super thankful. So again, thank you to VANITY for sending this mirror my way. This video is, again, it's not sponsored. These are my own thoughts on this mirror. I'm just super, super thankful that they decided to reach out and gift me this beautiful vanity mirror. I'm so, so in love with it. Also, let me know how you are doing mentally during this quarantine. How are you doing? Are you struggling? What are some things that help you when you are struggling? Let's help other people down below in the comment section. But that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so, so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.